guys, I'm going to do a test I've really never done with this particular detector, and it's part of the marketing plan of this detector that makes me leery of doing it. It's sort of genius. I call it "You're So Special-itis." You know how when I took a long time before I began to use the FBS machines from MindLab, basically because I have apple disease, I call it. I tend not to like the person that, if they don't dominate the market, like Apple doesn't dominate the market, like MindLab doesn't actually dominate the detector market, but they have developed this cult of personality around their equipment to the degree that they basically exist in this high-level vacuum. So, so I haven't put this thing through the test that I've put the other machines through, and it's because FBS is different. I understand FBS is different, the multiple frequencies, 100 or so frequencies is shooting past, and I accept that. But I don't accept the fact that I should not at least put this thing through the same things I'm putting my Deus through, and I'm also putting my Macro Racer through, I'm putting my AT Pro through, etc. So I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to, in fact, this might even be better because thanks to some of the things that are built in, I can switch on my Safari. And I'm using this as a basic, just a basic FBS machines are very, very similar. So I don't think that the results will be a lot different within the E-Track and even the CTX 3030. But since I haven't used it, I can't make that blanket statement. So I'm just going to hit noise cancel here because I am inside. So the fact you can noise cancel this means that the inside should not be as big a problem. So with this, what I'm doing is I'm doing this inside because I'm not doing it outside and making the circumstances better for it than I did from other machines. But also here, I have my nail board test with the dime that just dropped here. And I've got it on top here of a cardboard box that is about 8 to 10 inches tall. Hopefully it will raise it up enough so the ground won't be a big effect. So let me pop that back down. And let me reach through and grab my dime again. And I'm going to place my dime in the middle of my nail board, and I'm going to do the 4 motions. I'm going to start with the stock coil, because 90% of the time that's the one I'm using. And I'm going to just follow the exact same procedure I follow every other system. I'll put that there, and then I'm just going to take my detector, like I do all the rest, and I'm going to swing across. Well, first thing I'm going to do is remove this and listen to the nails. I'm getting nothing from the nails. Nails are completely nulled out here. Alright, which is fine. So I'm just going to let them be nulled out. So I'm getting nothing. So I'm putting the dime here now. And I'm crossing this again. Interesting. I'm not picking up anything. I got to make it much slower. Alright, let me take a look here. That's interesting. Nothing there. Let me go to position 2, across. I'm getting nothing. Let me go to position 3, which is a clear shot across. Nothing. Let me go to position 4. Nothing. So let me so that is kind of surprising that I got nothing here with the Safari. So I want to take a look down here and make sure I've got things where they should be. All right, there we go. My sensitivity is on auto. My threshold is 12. I'm going to lower the threshold here. Okay. I'm going to noise cancel again. Alright, that's fine. Alright, target volume, contrast, trash density. The default is low trash density. I'm going to move it up to high, so let me give it a better chance of reacting here. Alright, there we go. Now I'm back. So I got it up on high trash density. This would be a high trash density. Let's see if I can get some sound now. There it is. Okay, that tells you now, if you're going to an area with trash, you're going to need to make sure you set it on high density, because I believe it defaults to low density for the Safari, and I think for the previous version, the Safari it defaulted to high trash density. You have to remove it to low. Okay, that's position 1. Now everything has changed. Let's go to position 2. I'm doing it slow over the Safari like they demand. Position 2, I am not getting good target separation. Let's go to position 3, which should be a straight shot. I'm still getting, there it is. Interesting. Let's go position 4. I'm gonna have to do it real slow. Alright guys, the only time I can even get a chirp out of the Safari, right again, is when I made sure it was set for high trash density. That's real interesting. Okay, that's real interesting. So the Safari does not have the best reactivity, especially if you've got it on low trash density. On high trash density, it does pretty good. Now I'm going to really slow my roll here. There it is. I'm getting it. Now, yeah, we know swing speed is very important with Safari. That shows you how important it is. I'm going over position 1 again. There we go. I'm hearing it. Alright guys, all the trouble we have with swing speed with the Safari, now we know we have to swing slow. The closest one to 2 it still has trouble with here. Alright, so now we see why swing speed is integral with FBS machines, and in this case the Safari specifically. Yeah, you're going to have to slow your speed up considerably. Alright, now let me switch this off, and I'm going to change to the smaller coil and see how it handles trash density. Alright, after those interesting results with the standard or stock coil, it's going to be interesting to see how this Coiltech coil, I think it's about 5.5 inches big, does with the same test. So let's see what I've got. I have already noise canceled. I did that off camera this time, and it's still on set on high trash density. I just double checked. So let me go and use this small coil and see how it works here. All right, I'm going across. Well, now we hear a sound here, and let's go here. Let's move this, and let me go across the nails, and I'm not getting anything here, which is fine. Nulling out in effect. Okay, so let me go put this back, and let me go across here. Going across the 1. I get pretty consistent. Maybe, it's not perfect, but I do get pretty consistent. And let me go 2. I didn't get 2 to work at all with the stock coil. Going across here where the 2 nails are closest to the dime. I'm still not getting that. Real interesting. Now, let me do the 3. It's pretty much a straight shot. Hopefully I'll get something here. There you go. Not on every swing, but I am getting something. And let's go across the 4. Okay. Now, I can't say that this would not be better or different with another vendor's coils. There's so many of the coils that people buy for their safaris and their E-Tracks or third parties. And if you want any indication how important swing speed is, then you got it right there. Let me do the 5 count. I'm gonna start over here on the far side. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's real interesting, guys. I just getting a chirp there. So, you know how much I like the Safari. That's amazing results to me, and the fact it does extraordinarily well with things with nails pretty close would indicate that the nature of the soil would make a lot of difference. So I'm not saying that this isolates or this makes this better or worse than the Deus or the other machines, the Soros, which will pass the test better than either the Deus or the Coil Tech. But it's just real interesting. And that reiterates the fact, and I am amazingly guilty of this. You have to swing the coil slow for Safari, especially as you get more trashy areas. In any case, that's all I've got, and I just wanted to show that, and I wanted to give this actually the test that I've given all my other machines because it's only fair. There are metal detectors, and one metal detector is at least functionally somewhat like the other, even though this one is a FBS makes it a beast of a different color. But just in case, I want to let you see that, and I don't know if you're going to use that, if you find it interesting, but I did, and it did give me the idea that I am swinging way too fast, and then I'm going to go back and hit some of my old sights at a much, much slower swing. So maybe if I have things in the vicinity of some low conductive targets that might be masking them, I might do a little bit better. All right, I'll talk to you later. You have a wonderful day.